juncture, some would suggest, has had enough issues so that he could be wearing down a bit. Maybe that's a factor here.
Let his arm go.
And there's Andre Ward still working really hard inside. Nothing from Kessler. He just hasn't been able to find his space and his distance tonight due to the great footwork of Andre Ward.
Kessler is a wonderful fighter in almost all situations, not tonight.
Andre Ward following in the footsteps of former great Olympic gold medalist. Cassius Clay, Joe Frazier, George Foreman, Sugar Ray Leonard, Oscar De La Hoya in '92. Coming out party with a world title on the line. End of the round.
Stop. Right, clean.
How's the eye? Tell me if you want it to stop.
I'm not taking any time for him. I'm pulling time. Let him step out. Just let him look in the eye. No time you lose. Let him just look at it. Malcolm, listen. I want you to explain something. Listen to me. Look at me. I want you to explain to him if he's holding. I say let go. Like the other guys is. Would you guys shut up and listen? If he's holding, I say let go. He can still fight. If I say stop, he stop.
In round 8, this is where we believe the cut came from. Well, looks like it could have been a clash of heads that created that cut, an accidental clash of heads, which would mean in any case they would go to the scorecards even if they called that, and certainly Ward would be way ahead, but it appears that's how that cut happened.
Kessler breathing out of his mouth shows that he is fatigued. Andre Ward telling us, all I see is this belt. I don't see the tournament points and so on. There is no next fight for me.
10 seconds. Go back, go back.
I want to become a world champion.
Well, it looks like they gave Kessler about an extra 15 seconds.
Well, I mean, that was the referee's doing. He was just, taking his time there. But the thing is that even with that clash of heads, which was not, we should point out, it was not ruled a clash of heads. So right now, if he would lose for that cut, because of that cut, it would be a TKO victory for Andre Ward. And even if they had ruled it, they would be going to the scorecards. If this fight was stopped, then surely Ward would be ahead at that point. But that cut is an issue. A big one.
Ooh, stiff jab by Andre Ward. It's almost as if he has a stick in his, with a bowling ball on the end of it. He's really using his back to snap that jab and land on the champion.
Kessler has had trouble cutting up. Oh my, there was a bang of heads and you can feel the pain of Kessler.
Good box.
Ward leaning over.
Rice did call that a clash of heads. So if that particular injury would stop this match, they would go to the scorecards. But it would have to be that injury.
Good hook. Oh. That was a good exchange there. He did catch Ward coming in, and he's having some success this round as did he had in the last round. So credit to Kessler. He hasn't given up his belt just yet.
Nice right hand by Kessler. He's starting to get a few big punches in here. Could it be enough to do anything to turn this fight around? Clearly he does need a knockout to win, or a series of knockdowns in these last few rounds. He has had 3 knockouts, Kessler has, in the last 3 rounds of fights in 10, 11, and 12 in his career.
That jab again really hurting Kessler. Kessler backing up. Nice combination by Andre Ward. The champion really weakening now.
Let's talk some tournament strategy for a second. Kessler wants to stay through the 12 rounds so he doesn't give Ward 3 points as well. But can he?
Andre Ward also doing a good job when they're tied up, working the free hand. Just landed an uppercut there.
I can go out on a limb and say if Andre Ward's fight with this type of intensity for 12 rounds, he's going to be hard to beat for anyone in this tournament.
Stop.
He's fighting very well.
So relaxed, calm. Andre Ward as we come to the end of the round. Kessler in major trouble.
Now he's got
Dr. Smith catch him in Kessler's corner.
Eddie. One more time, I'm just going to let him look. No timeout. I mean, you're not going to lose any time. Stop. Take a look at the second one. It's a head bump. Super big head bump. It's not that bad. You're not even bleeding. Let that goddamn right hand. He starts doing it.
That's all I'm going to do. There's 2 rounds left. 2 rounds left. You're all right now. Just keep going. You still have a chance. You have to say stop if you want to stop. I don't want to stop. He keeps holding me. Use your left.
In the last round, there was yet another clash of heads. And Jack Rice, oh my, well, Andre Ward came in like a billy goat on that one, let's be honest. And Kessler hurt by it. Now later on, Ward using his hand speed very effectively, even if in an awkward fashion.
Championship rounds for the WBA Super Middleweight title here at the Super 6 World Boxing Classic. Andre Ward in red, white, and blue. Mikkel Kessler in the white and orange. And the doctor gave Kessler extra time in the last 2 rounds to look at the cut.
Kessler is 4-1 in 12-round matches, and Andre Ward is 2-0. We're in the championship rounds, as you mentioned.
I take my hat off to Kessler. You know, and asking him does he want to quit? They say they're not going to stop this fight unless he say he can't go on. And like a champion, he's coming back out to defend his title, and it's not over until it's over. That's one thing about boxing.
It's a very good point, Antonio, and well put. Andre Ward said, I'm going to do what's least expected of me in this fight at every moment. And really, he has. He's mixed up his attack and kept Kessler completely confused during most of this fight.
Antonio, the jab to the body, the belt line, why has it been so effective for Andre Ward?
You know, it's just one of those things that keeps Kessler at bay. I mean, sticking a jab into your solar plexus, Floyd Mayweather is an expert at that. He does it all the time. Roy Jones Jr. was a great fighter, did that, kept his opponents at bay, and then it lines him up for the overhand right over top of it.
Lead right hand. Connecting for Ward.
Andre Ward is taking every chance in the world and getting away with it. Kessler not able to get it.
It's on the eyelid now. It's on the eyelid. Close your eye. See where it's at? You okay with that? Let's stop it. Right now.
And it's over. Andre Ward is the new WBA Super Middleweight Champion of the world as he stops Mikkel Kessler here at the Super 6 World Boxing Classic. He chopped him up from the very beginning. And now we have been told that they're going to the scorecards.
The reason for that is it was the cut that was created by that second clash of heads when Jack Rice rightfully saw the clash of heads and said if that injury creates a stoppage, we will go to the scorecards. And that's exactly what happened. But in all likelihood, unless there is one of the greatest robberies since the Brinks, clearly that young man will be champion and will win a match and get 3 points in this tournament.
Mikkel Kessler with that huge cut over his eye. Also a cut under his right eye. Antonio, Al, it seemed as if he could never really find his rhythm in this fight.
Yeah, and a lot of that has to do with Andre Ward's movement. We said he was going to approach this fight like a junk pitcher in baseball. Throw a little of this, a little of that, and make it work. And a good example of the faith of Andre Ward.
Yes, the faith and the belief that this was his promise from his God, that this night was destined.
So the headbutts are a key to this fight. We'll go to round 8 first.
This was the clash of heads that the referee, Jack Weiss, did not see, but it created a cut around the left eye of Mikkel Kessler. Clearly, it was an issue for him for several rounds, but this is the one that Jack Weiss did see and immediately said it was a clash of heads. And you can see how Ward came in, and honestly, that head was first, and he blasted Kessler with it. This is the one that actually caused the fight to be stopped ultimately, and Jack Weiss appropriately, because that was the cut that stopped the fight, said it should go to the scorecard.
Now we assume that Ward had a pretty big lead, but we will soon find out here at the Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Some concern ringside. Andre Ward's wife, Tiffany.
She knows enough about boxing, though, to know that if they go to the cards, her husband may well win.
And we are ready for the decision. Let's go inside the ring to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the time of 1 minute 42 seconds in round number 11 due to a headbutt which occurred earlier in the bout and was subsequently reopened during the fight at round number 11. Our ringside physician determines the fighter is unable to continue. Therefore, we go to the scorecards with a technical decision. Ladies and gentlemen, at the mark, the judges have the bout scored as followed. Judge Michael Hook sees the bout 97 to 93. Stanley Christodoulou and Steve Morrow both score the bout 98 to 92. All three in favor of the winner by way of technical decision. And the new WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Andre
Olympic gold medalist, father, husband, and now WBA super middleweight title holder. All the hard work paying off for Andre Ward. And I'm sure that somewhere Frank Ward, his dad, is watching and is very proud of his son. On the other side, a frustrated former champion in Mikkel Kessler.
In a million years, he did not expect this to happen.
Now let's go inside the ring to Jim Gray.
All right, thank you very much, Gus. Andre, congratulations to you. You told us yesterday you've been preparing for this since you were 9 years old. This moment is like what for you now?
For what it's worth, Jim, please give me my moment. I have to thank God for this because he constantly puts me up against giants. He puts me in situations where naturally I'm not supposed to overcome, but I'm telling you that God, there's nothing impossible with Jesus Christ in your life, nothing. To answer your question, I just felt like it was my time, Jim, and I wasn't intimidated by Kessler's record because I know that, again, if God is with you, who can be against you?